Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to share a little mini practice with you today. I think with all the current state of affairs, my tension has begun to manifest in my shoulder, which is where I usually hold it. So I figure I'm going to come down here and give myself some time in practice just to work on my shoulder, 10-15 minute practice. And thought, why not record it, because I know a lot of you also experience tight shoulders. So if you would like to follow along, that'd be awesome. And I've closed the door, but the cats always find a way to make it down here with me. So if they show up, they'll just add to the entertainment. But anyway, let's begin. We're going to have our mat. And again, if you have blocks or a bolster, that would be great. Otherwise, if you have a firm cushion or that firm cotton blanket to sit on, that would be excellent as well. So we'll start on our mats. Just get set up. Let's find our feet hip distance apart, feet parallel. Bringing activation up our legs into our core, roll the shoulders back. Close the eyes for a moment. Let's just tune in to the alignment of the spine, the stacking of the body, head over shoulders, over hips, over knees, over ankles, and just feel those feet rooting into the earth. Let's tune in for a few moments to our breath. On the inhales, feel that heart space rising. Exhales, release. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, arms are going to rise. And meet at heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Hinge at the hips, bend into the knees, folding forward, hands to the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway look. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Hands meeting at heart center. Inhale, hands rise. Hinging at the hips, bending into the knees, folding forward. Halfway lift. Long spine, tailbone reaching back. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise. Hands meet at heart center. One more time. Inhale, arms rise. And hinging at the hips, bending into the knees, folding forward. And let's just hang here for a moment, releasing the head. Feeling that tailbone continue to reach up. While we release that neck, the head, the torso, the weight of that body, bringing a deep stretch into the lower spine and a release into the neck. Keeping the weight distributed evenly between the front of the feet and the back of the feet. Taking one more breath here. Inhale, slowly rolling up, chin will rise last. Taking a moment here again in our mountain pose. And exhale, release. We're going to grab whatever we're using to sit on. I have my bolster, which I do like to use. I like to have one around. So we're going to come into an easy cross-legged position. My bum, just the sitting bones, is sitting at the edge of my bolster. We don't want the full bum engaged. Just having the sitting bones, we can release our knees down, find a comfortable sitting position while maintaining that tall spine. Check in with your neck. Make sure that you are not bringing that neck down into the shoulder girdle, much like a turtle. So reaching it up, letting those shoulders roll back and release down in a natural shoulder position, but keeping the shoulder blades rolled back, expanding into that heart space. We're going to take some movement that incorporates shoulder blades. So we're going to roll the shoulders forward and feel in the back body, the shoulder blades are separating, and then roll the shoulders back, drawing the shoulder blades close together again, expanding into the heart space. Slowly rolling forward again until those shoulder blades separate. Rolling back. One more time here. Really emphasizing that separating of the shoulder blades. One more time through. And releasing to neutral. Finding that tall spine, relax shoulder, relax neck again. Inhale, left arm is going to rise, and you're going to use that hand just to guide that left ear to the left shoulder. You should feel a gentle stretch along the right side of the neck, which is where my attention is residing today. So, because that's my area that's feeling stress, I'm just going to stay a bit longer on this side. Allow it to completely begin to release, unravel. Keeping the breath strong. One more breath here. And release. We're going to switch sides. And releasing. And work on a bit of neck movement now. We're going to draw the chin to the chest until you can feel a nice stretch down into the base of the neck. So right around here. Again, that's where I'm feeling my tension. Keeping that chin drawn towards the chest. Slowly we're going to roll the chin across the clavicle area until we're looking at the right shoulder. Slowly rolling back to center and then across to the left shoulder. Returning to center with the chin drawn towards the chest, and inhale, slowly rise, returning again to neutral. This next one is a very similar, but just a slight difference. We're going to look to the right, and then look up and beyond the shoulder. Almost like a shoulder check, but just slightly up. Drawing the chin down across the chest until we look left and then slightly up. Release. Extending arms wide. We're going to bring in some eagle arms here. So let's draw the arms together, maintaining that tall spine. Bring the right arm on top, bend into the elbows. Choose your arm position of your choice, opposite shoulders, forearms together, or taking the bind with eagle arms. Inhale, elbows up, and then draw them slightly away. You'll feel the shoulder blades separating. We'll stay like this for a few breath cycles while we feel that stretch in the shoulder blades. And then while maintaining the gaze forward and the torso facing forward, we're going to draw those elbows slightly to the left, feeling a stretch into the outer right shoulder. staying here for one more breath cycle. And release. Bring some blood flow back into those arms. Inhale, arms wide. This time we're going to draw them together. Put the left arm on top of the right and choose your arm position of your preference that works in your body. Again, inhale, elbows rise and draw away from the body. We'll stay here for a few breath cycles before we move the elbows. Drawing your awareness again to those shoulder blades, how they feel drawing apart. With the next breath, let's draw those elbows to the right, keeping the gaze forward, torso forward, long spine. Let's take one more breath and release. Again, getting that blood flow. Just nice natural movements, rolling the shoulders. Tall spine. Let's do some shoulder rolls. We'll roll right shoulder back, really emphasizing the drawing forward, drawing up, drawing back, switching directions, back, up, forward. You'll notice we're keeping this isolated to the one shoulder and switching sides. Draw back, up, forward. Try and keep it isolated in the shoulder so you're not bringing that tension back into the neck. Switch side directions. And releasing. Finding the tall spine, we're going to bring a bit of a twist in. So right hand to left thigh and the left hand. If you're sitting on a bolster, just use that bolster, gripping your hand, using it as leverage to bring the twist in, and then turning the torso to the long side of our mat, drawing the shoulders back, opening into the heart space, keeping that neck neutral. Take one more breath here and release. Switch sides, left hand to right thigh, right hand behind. Really working to keep both sitting bones anchored at all times. We don't want to be tipping to one side. We want stable, not moving from the waist down, and then turning to the long side into our twist, drawing that right shoulder back, left shoulder opening into the heart space. Drawing navel to back body so we can really have more space for our twist. Keeping our breath flowing. And release, returning back. I'm going to bring some cat and cow movement in just to bring some warmth into the spine. And let's begin with an exhale, rounding into the back, drawing that tailbone forward, dropping the head. Inhale, rising to a tall spine, then reaching the heart space through as the tailbone reaches back onto a bolster. Exhale. Inhale. Drawing shoulders back, heart space through, and exhale. Inhale, returning to neutral. Taking a few breath cycles. Drawing your awareness to those areas that are holding tension. Directing the mind to release that clenching that you're holding in those areas. One more breath cycle here. And release. We're going to take a heart opening pose. So a couple of options. I'm going to show you this with my bolster. We've done this in class before with the blocks. Mine are currently being used, which I didn't plan ahead, as a stand for my recording device. So we will just use our bolster, but I will talk you through the block option if you do have your blocks. So again, we have different heights, how we can use our blocks. On the lowest level of the blocks, we're going to place it right under the shoulder blades. Come to a reclined position so the shoulder blades are fully engaged with that top of the block, and then roll down, and then onto level 2 we'll place at the round part of our skull, but I'm going to use my bolster today. We're going to bring our tailbone right up to the bolster, extend the legs long, and slowly make our way down. If this is too much of an arc for your spine, you can also place a block under your bolster near the top just to give a nice incline. Letting those arms come wide, feeling that expansion into your heart space. You have a couple of options with your legs. You can keep them extended long as if you were in a Shavasana, or you can bring the soles of the feet together for a little bit of a hip opener. When I'm in this pose, I like to sit cross-legged. I just feel a nice comfortable release in the front of my hip flexors. Really keep your focus on the areas in your shoulders, your neck, that you're feeling that tension. Visualize them melting down across your bolster. All the tension rolling off the body onto the mat. Let's take a moment now to do a scan. Well, hello, kitten. And we'll start with the muscles around the eyes, directing the muscles to release, forehead, jaw. Feel the neck release. Hey, you. So that you have a nice, relaxed passageway through the throat for our breathing. And as that neck moves into the shoulders, again, we're trying to avoid that turtleneck where we draw the neck into the shoulder girdle, just releasing it. Hello, baby. And cats really do help you stay relaxed. Keeping the breath flowing, and if you are choosing to have a cross-legged position, let's just switch so the other leg comes closer to the body. Keep that nice balance in between the hips, equal opportunity, and over time, one side will feel just as open as the other. My cat's starting to get into trouble now because she's feeling neglected. I'm going to take a few more breath cycles here. One more breath cycle. If your legs are folded or the soles of the feet together, let's just extend the legs long and use them as we roll onto the side body to come off of our props, whichever we choose. Take a moment on our side body. Pressing into our hand, let's bring ourselves up to seated. Again, on whichever prop you have. just the sitting bones making contact. Finding that long spine. Inhale, arms rise. Meeting at heart center. One more time. And namaste. Thank you for taking time to take care of yourself. And as you're going throughout your day, just take moments of quiet, of deep breathing, scanning the body for areas of tension before you end up like my shoulder is today, because I was distracted and stressed yesterday, not letting all my worries go. Anyway, miss you all and have a great day. And that cat, the one that visited, was Maisie. She loves attention. Have a great day.